Welcome to this video-based introduction to hybrid cardiac rehabilitation, or hybrid CR. Under the guidance of Dr. Stephen Katan and Robert Barry, Henry Ford Health provides a hybrid CR option to support the many patients that are unable or unwilling to participate in their center-based program. Hybrid CR allows patients to safely participate in cardiac rehabilitation outside a facility using synchronous, real-time audio-visual supervised exercise sessions led by the CR program staff. As you can see, hybrid CR has some differences, but also many similarities to the in-facility CR service that your program already offers. Patients do their onboarding to standard, facility-based sessions to ensure they'll be safe and understand the basic technologies required to succeed in hybrid CR. They then complete most of the remaining CR sessions from their home or another location using their smart device or a laptop. The HYCR program has a more complete explanation of hybrid CR and Henry Ford Health's use of it on the project website. Programs considering creating a hybrid CR program often struggle to picture how it's possible to lead remote sessions safely and efficiently. We're here to help. While explanations are helpful, actually seeing a hybrid CR session is even more useful. This video will show you excerpts from a live virtual synchronized CR session led by Kat Steenson, a clinical exercise physiologist, and recorded with the permission of all the participants. It also includes some answers and explanations from Kat to common questions that others have voiced about hybrid cardiac rehabilitation. Let's join the session near its start.
All right. So Laura said she's 10 minutes in. Howard, where are you in your exercise right now?
So are you talking about the time-wise?
Yep.
Yep. So it's hang on, it's popping up right 15 minutes and 28 seconds. So that's 5-minute warm-up and 10 minutes of
Exercise?
Yep.
Okay. Very good. And everybody feeling okay so far?
Yep.
Okay. Keith, since you are the farthest in, let's grab your heart rate and set here. So what is your treadmill set at?
Incline 6.
Okay.
And 2.5.
Awesome. And heart rate?
103.
Beautiful. So right in that range. All right. Howard, let's get your set. You're exercising on the bike. What is your level at?
It's resistance 3.
Okay.
And the RPMs are, I believe, 6. It'll give me about 2 seconds here.
Okay.
I think it was 66, but I'll double check in 1 sec here. And then 66.2. Yeah, 66.
Okay. And what is your heart rate right now?
98.
All right. And how hard would you say this is?
Same 11 and 12. You know that green. You know, the middle 11. I think it's 11.
Yep. All right. And Laura, are you on the bike today?
Yes.
What is your resistance set at?
4.
Okay. And what are your watts or RPMs?
My RPM is 52. My watts is 37.
Okay. What is your heart rate?
96.
Take Heart has produced an implementation guide that includes advice on how to prepare patients to succeed in the in-facility and at-home community-based portions of hybrid CR. Since the patients in the session seem fully engaged, let's ask Kat what they do to prepare their patients for the first session.
We offer them an onboarding day so that we would be able to run through the hybrid check-in process with them. We'll go with them and download the WebEx app with them, show them how to get the link, how to save the link, and then kind of just log them in as if we were doing a normal hybrid session. They'll be the only ones in the meeting and just kind of show them step by step what to do. That way they have all the tools in order to succeed on day one without any difficulty.
Do you offer help to both the patient and a family member or caregiver that may be helping them with the process?
Yes, 100%. We've had a few patients that might not be as tech savvy. They might have a family member, you know, a son or daughter or brother or sister that can help them with that. And we've definitely had them help either at home or in person while we're on the phone with them or with them directly in order to, again, just go through the steps and make sure that they are ready to go for day one.
Are most people using a camera in their computer, or are they using their smartphone? What's the blend of different types of technologies that people are using?
So one of the criteria that we do have to be enrolled in our hybrid program is that they do have access to a smartphone or an iPad or something like that. A laptop, we don't always recommend. A smartphone's a lot easier just because then you can put it on the piece of equipment that you're on. You don't have to set your laptop up or bring your laptop to the gym or something like that.
Safety is an important concern. What steps do you take to ensure patients are safe during the sessions you lead?
So we do have safety protocols in place. Not everybody will have a family member with them, whether they're exercising at home or at a gym or outside, whatever they choose to do. We just ask that they tell us where they're exercising so we know exactly where they are. In case anything were to happen, we can send emergency services to them. If they do have a family member that helps them out, if they want to stay in the room with them or just be close by if anything happens. But we haven't had any issues thus far, so.
Let's continue observing the virtual group exercise session, which integrates nutrition counseling and continues to monitor participants as they exercise.
All right. So while you guys are getting into your exercise, I'm going to pull up our nutrition lecture for today. We are going to go over salt and sodium and unsaturated fats, and then building a healthy plate today. So these ones are a little shorter than we're used to. So I'll play this first one. It's around 7.5 minutes long. I'll stop halfway through and just kind of check on you guys. But I'll share my screen here. Can you guys see my screen?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Hello, I'm Darlene Zimmerman, registered dietitian with the HeartSmart program at Henry Ford. And continuing from where we left off last time, eating smart for a healthy heart, I want to tackle fats today. Healthy fats to use, not so healthy fats to use, salt.
All right, we're going to pause really quick before we get into salt. Any questions about the saturated fats or the healthy fats there?
So let me ask you something.
Yeah, go ahead.
That Smart Balance butter with
Okay.
the olive oil in it. Is that okay?
So that would be something that would be like one of those partially hydrogenated oils. So it's kind of like that margarine. A little bit more information on which would be the best option. And I can definitely email that to you guys just so you have that information. Before we get going again with this video, let's get heart rates again. So Keith, I'm going to start with you. What is your heart rate?
106.
Okay. So you're a little above your heart rate range. Do you know the top of your range?
104.
102.
Oh,
So you're not too far off, but I probably wouldn't up your speed or incline anymore right now. I'd
Okay.
probably keep it where it's at. But yeah, we want to shoot for that 102 would be like the very top of your range.
Okay.
Okay. All right, Howard, let's go to you next. What is your heart rate?
It's 108.
108. Okay. So kind of the same thing with you. Your top of your range is 105. So we probably want to keep it there or back down just a tiny bit. Okay.
It fluctuates within that 104 and 108 right now.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. So I would just keep it right where you're at. You're kind of at that sweet spot right now. All right. And Laura, what is your heart rate?
102.
Okay. Everybody still rating it the same difficulty? Okay. All right, we will continue. We got about 3 minutes left on this one. And let me share my screen again. All right, everybody can see?
Yes.
Salt and sodium, let's tackle that a bit here. Of course, most of us take in more salt than we need.
All right. Any questions on sodium?
Yes.
Yeah, go ahead.
If you exercise regularly, you sweat a lot. Would that affect the amount of sodium you should take in?
If what you're watching looks similar to the exercise sessions you lead in your facility, that's a deliberate strategy used to minimize extra work and training. We also asked Kat what she learned as she began leading hybrid virtual exercise sessions.
Yeah, so I would just say that treat it like your in-person cardiac rehab. We want to show that we can give the same care through the video that we can in person. So just run through all of your steps that you do in person, and you'll be able to run that video session smoothly. Everybody's going to run into bumps. I would just say take it a day at a time and ask questions for sure. Ask anybody that has experience doing telehealth. But really the big thing is just be prepared, run through your steps, and everything should run smoothly.
As we rejoin the session, information and discussion with the nutritionist transitions back to a check-in by Kat on the session participants as they continue to exercise.
Well, not necessarily. So the sodium that we take in through our diet definitely affects like how much sodium is in our body, and then when you sweat. All right, everybody feeling okay so far?
Yep.
Okay. Howard, how far are you into your exercise now?
You have to wait for the screen here. It's in cycles. Let's see. We're almost there. And we're on the RPMs, and the time is 33 minutes and 30 seconds.
Okay. And we're still feeling okay?
Yep.
Okay. And how long are we going to be exercising?
We'll do an hour.
Okay. That works. All right. And Keith, how far are you into your exercise?
At 40 minutes.
Okay. How long are you planning on going today?
I'll do about 20 more minutes.
Okay. Yeah. Just let me know when you're cooling down. Laura, what about you? Where are we at today?
28 minutes in.
Okay. All right. And how long are we planning on exercising?
Right till I get to about 35.
Yep. And that's perfectly fine. We want you to get at least 30. So just let me know when you are cooling down.
Yeah.
Okay. I got one more video to play for us before Laura jumps off here. All right, here we go.
This concludes our session on building a healthy plate. We hope you found the entire Eating Smart series helpful in continuing your Heart Smart journey. Thanks for listening.
Any questions on that one?
Nope.
Straightforward.
Yeah, pretty straightforward stuff.
I think my biggest challenge will come with Thanksgiving.
Right.
That table.
Definitely. And holidays is something that a lot of people, not struggle with, but, tend to get worried about as far as, eating habits go. But it is a holiday. Biggest thing is portion control, right? And everything in moderation. So
I'm in cool down mode right now.
okay. Thank you, Laura.
Keeping patients engaged and helping them develop supportive relationships with each other is a valuable part of center-based cardiac rehabilitation. We asked Kat whether she also sees patients developing relationships with each other during hybrid sessions.
I know the telehealth class that I do, they all chat during class, and I let them, they ask each other how they are, how's work going, how's family, they tell each other what they're doing on the weekend, so they definitely have that rapport with each other, which is really nice.
All the patients in this session were exercising without difficulty. What do you do when a patient has a problem?
They express any health concern, I'm definitely going to want to focus on that. Oftentimes, I've even done like a breakout session with that one person and have just asked the other participants to keep on exercising, ask them if they're okay with that, and just kind of chat with them a little more if they're comfortable doing that in a breakout session. Go into more depth with what's happening, go from there, and then once everything's good and I have all the information, I let them back in and then go back to the session.
This virtual group exercise session continues and wraps up just as a center-based session would, with additional monitoring, encouragement, practical advice, and reminders about continuing to exercise on their own and to attend the next session. We hope these excerpts from the virtual components of a hybrid cardiac rehabilitation session help you better appreciate that it's possible to lead these sessions and support multiple patients, just as you do in your facility-based CR program. Here's some key takeaways. Hybrid cardiac rehabilitation is a valuable option to expand your facility's capacity and enable more eligible patients to participate. The home or community-based synchronized audio-visual supervised exercise sessions are a key component of hybrid cardiac rehabilitation, with the sessions led by your program staff. These sessions can include multiple cardiac rehabilitation patients at the same time and are safe, effective, and engaging, just like your facility-based sessions are. Keep your offering of hybrid cardiac rehabilitation and its virtual exercise sessions simple. Processes and operations should mimic what you do in your in-facility program whenever possible. Keeping in-facility and virtual sessions similar is more efficient and easier for staff and offers patients the most flexibility. ECG monitoring and the collection of additional physiologic data, beyond heart rate or ratings or perceived exertion, is rarely warranted in the virtual sessions. Although individual treatment plans can be conducted virtually, if possible, periodically have patients return for a facility-based session to update these plans. Also, as clinically needed, don't hesitate to ask a patient to return for an in-facility session. Use the Hybrid Cardiac Rehabilitation Implementation Guide and other resources available on the Take Heart website, and seek the advice and support from other programs that have introduced a hybrid option. Thanks for watching.